Good afternoon. This is Elan Wurtzel. I am from the Planview-Old Bethpage Chamber of Commerce and this year's SpringFest chairperson. And we have with us today Michael Ostreicher of Central Island Healthcare. Thank you, Michael, for being here.
Thanks for having me, Elan. Great to be here.
We're happy to have you. Michael is one of our gold sponsors of the festival, and we're really excited that you're participating. And we're going to take some time this afternoon to talk about what you do and who you are and what makes you guys tick. So let me start, Michael. Tell us about your organization, what you guys do, and how important the work that you do is.
Well, Elan, Central Island Healthcare is centrally located in the heart of Planview. It's hard to miss it, whatever direction you're going to or from. We're the giant red building across the street from the hospital, right off the 135, and we're a 202-bed skilled nursing facility. A skilled nursing facility, most people associate it with nursing homes. What a skilled nursing facility actually is an inpatient healthcare experience. We have certain areas of our building allocated to long-term care, which is your traditional nursing home type of patient. And we have a large part of our building allocated to short-term rehabilitation. What that, Elan, is patients who are in any of the local hospitals who had either an elective surgery, say a hip replacement or a knee replacement, or if they had a mishap, a fall, a heart attack, a stroke. They're in the hospital for a couple of days, they get deconditioned and they're not quite ready to go back home yet. They need a stop along the way to get them back in shape, stronger, more confident with life after, once returning back home. So they come to us, and they come to us for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and the focus is on physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Our goal is to get the patients back home with their families where they belong as soon as possible. And on the long-term side of things, the nursing home patients, so many of our neighbors in the community have family members that live by us, and we see them so often visiting. It's been obviously challenging the last couple of years, our industry with COVID, but we've been trying to make the best of it and trying to accommodate the families as much as we can, and to try to keep things somewhat normal for our patients because they deserve it.
Michael, what do you find the challenges that you face in your day-to-day operations at Central Island Healthcare?
Well, certainly the last 2 years have brought us a whole new set of challenges.
Mm-hmm. You and everybody else.
Yes. So the current challenges are primarily twofold. Number one, in the beginning of COVID, certain government decisions, which of course in hindsight turned out to be flawed, inadvertently gave nursing homes a bad rap because COVID hit the nursing home industry hard in the beginning. So even to this day, many patients are scared of nursing homes when they're in the hospital and they're presented with that opportunity to go to rehab for a couple of weeks. There still is some fear associated with nursing homes. What might happen if I go to the hospital, nursing home, or the rehab center? Will I get sick? Will I get COVID? And of course, the second challenge is the ever-changing COVID laws of our industry. The rules and regulations change by the week. We have to stay up to date. Obviously, some of these rules and regulations affect our patients and the visitors. So we try our hardest to keep things somewhat normal in a very not normal time.
We've seen in the community a growth or growing facilities, assisted living and other facilities for, older members of the community. How has that impacted the work that you guys do at Central Island?
So certainly what you're saying is true, Elan, that so many new branches of healthcare have become very popular over the last 10 years. Primarily what you're saying, assisted livings as well as home care have both taken off dramatically in the last 10 years. But the baby boomers are here and they're starting, and there's certainly going to be enough healthcare avenues for the baby boomers to choose from, and there'll be enough for everyone. The competition certainly has become more fierce, but I really do believe that our primary competition is against ourselves. We need to be incredible at what we do. We need to give incredible patient care. If we do so, the community will talk about us. They'll refer us to their neighbors. And that's really all I care about. I'm not worried about who's opening up down the block or around the corner. We need to worry about us and do excellent at what we do.
So let me give you a scenario. I'm 45 years old. I'm not, I wish I was. And I have elderly parents that need to be, find a nursing home facility for them. And I'm checking out different places on Long Island. Tell me why your place is the best one for my parents.
Well, not to take anything away from any other healthcare facilities. I'm sure many of them are very good. But we do have something quite unique here, which is that we are an anomaly. We are an endangered species in that we are a true mom and pop business. There are no nursing homes that are freestanding anymore. There are no short-term rehabilitation centers that are freestanding. Everything is part of a large corporate chain. All the nursing homes and rehabs that you see are part of a chain of 30, 40, 50, 60 homes. These operators span across many states. We're mom and pop. It's just myself, my family, no outside partners, and we just give it our all every single day. We're on site every single day. We know our patients' names, we know our visitors, we know our staff, and the personal touch is exactly what makes us unique. And we believe that our patients, our visitors, and our staff all feel the difference when they walk into our facility versus if they have been in another in the past.
Do you find that you draw most of your patients from the immediate community, or is it, island-wide, citywide?
So I would say the vast majority of our patients are from within a 10-mile radius.
Mm-hmm.
We do occasionally get the rare case from Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Bronx, Suffolk County, of course. But usually that's because the patient has children that live nearby in Nassau, and they want to be near their kids where they can visit frequently. So that's when we get the patients that come from far. We have patients sometimes that get flown in from Florida, from Texas, California. They have family, children that live in, say, Plainview, Old Bethpage, Westbury. They live nearby, and they want mom and dad near them.
You find that other community groups or student groups, volunteer or, provide any kind of services at your facility? And what are those?
So prior to COVID, when, of course, there was much more flexibility and movement around the building, we frequently brought in many of the local schools who did performances for our patients, especially around the holiday times. We are in the area of education. We are affiliated with various nursing schools where they include our facility in their clinical rounds, where we have many nursing students that are frequently found in the building under the direction of an instructor from the nursing school, which is a benefit to both parties. We benefit and our patients benefit from having an extra set of eyes, an extra set of hands. And these young future nurses are getting their feet wet, getting ready for their careers. And many of them, when they graduate, apply to continue working by us.
Well, that was my next question. I'm a 25-year-old guy. I finished college. I'm not sure what I want to do, but Central Island healthcare is in the neighborhood. What kind of career opportunities do you offer for young people that, are looking for a direction or a career?
Well, first off, I definitely need a drink what you're drinking because you keep getting younger and younger.
Only mentally.
So I think you said we're down to 25 right now. We are 45, but I like 25 better. 25-year-old in the community looking to start a career. Well, obviously a large facility like ours has many departments outside of just nursing. And literally any trade can be applied here. We're always looking to hire, whether it's maintenance workers, whether it's food service personnel, whether it's housekeeping, social work, what have you, accounting, business. There are so many departments that make Central Island Healthcare operate properly that, that many of our staff members were walk-ins from the community who just walked in and said, can I apply for a job? And they find themselves somewhere and work their way up the ladder. And many of them are still here.
Michael, how many people are employed by Central Island?
Approximately 170.
Okay, so you're a pretty nice size, organization. All right, and in Central Island, I may be dating myself, but the hospital across the street used to be called Central General.
That's correct. And to give you a little more history, when it was called Central General, from what I understand, it was owned by a gentleman named, I think, Dr. Nodi, possibly. And I think he owned Central Island Healthcare as well. He owned the hospital and the nursing home. He sold both. There was a nursing home owner prior to our family purchasing the home. We purchased it in 2005. So it's been a very fun and an exciting 17 years here in Plainview, and we're looking forward to many more.
Michael, what do you see the future like for your industry in the next 5 to 10 years? About the time I might need nursing home care.
Well, you're only 25 now, so we have lots of time, but it's going to evolve. It's going to evolve rapidly. I'm excited to see where it evolves. I love change. I love technology. I love innovation. And you see what's going on. You see what's going on with the Web 3.0. You see what's going on with the metaverse. You see how the world is on the cusp of tremendous change that we can't even fathom. And I'm excited to see how it affects healthcare. To be determined, but it's definitely going to change. And usually that means change for the good. And let's see where it takes us. I'm open and willing to see where this goes, but it's going to be fun. And I really do think that there's going to be areas and applications that we can take advantage of with this emerging technology to provide an even better service.
All right. Let's shift gears a little bit, and I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. I don't want to throw you off, but what's your favorite all-time movie and why? Who is that guy behind you?
That's one of our patients upstairs. I just took a picture of him. No. Favorite movie? Come on, that was an easy one. Right behind me, we have Marlon Brando as the Godfather. That's a winner. I'm sorry, there's been many attempts to dethrone the Godfather franchise, but that's still my number one.
I was in a meeting earlier today, and someone, offhandedly said to me, leave the gun, take the cannolis. And it made a lot of sense to me. I love it. Can you tell us a little bit about your family, your personal family, and what you're most proud of, in terms of your family or what you guys do?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Well, on a very personal level, I'm happily married to my high school girlfriends for 20 years now. We have 4 children together. I live in this town of Woodmere, which is on the South Shore, westward, closer to the Rockaways. And as far as my work family, if you will, as I mentioned before, I'm fortunate to have my parents alive and healthy. And I'm 40 years old. My parents are older than me. And the 3 of us together operate this facility. We treat each of these patients as if they're our own mother or grandmother or grandfather. We really try to instill that same feeling in our staff, that every single person in every single bed is a VIP to someone. and we have to always remember that and treat them that way. And if it was our parent or our spouse, we would certainly want the staff treating them like a VIP.
Sure, that's really important. If you had to summarize in 5 words or less, the critical qualities of Central Island, what would those 5 words be?
Care,
10 words or less.
care, compassion, composure, staying cool under pressure. Families come in, I'm killing your 5-word limit, but families come in, families come in so stressed out. Keep in mind, Elan, these families are coming after being in the hospital, and it's very overwhelming. And the next thing they know, they're in a new environment that's not home. And trust me, everybody wants to be home. So we're starting off behind the 8 ball, and we really need to kick our customer service into high gear the second that patient and that family walk into the front door, because they don't want to be in another place before they go home. They want to be in their own bed, but they're not ready.
Right.
So our job is to keep them calm, keep them cool, keep them smiling, make it fun, make the best of a rotten situation, and hopefully look back when it's all over and say, hey, that wasn't so bad.
Right.
Those folks are pretty good. They know what they're doing.
Mike, the chamber has been around for a very long time, as your organization has been. What prompted you this year to become a sponsor of the SpringFest? Why did you think it was important to do that?
Well, it's not our first year being a sponsor, but we joined in the past, and this year as well. It's extremely important to us, for the simple reason that we're not planning on going anywhere. And we want to be active members of our community here in Plainview. We want to contribute to our community, not just by taking care of our community members upstairs in our patient rooms, but helping the community in any way we can. And I know the Chamber does incredible work in supporting local businesses, and I think that's extremely important. And I'm very happy as a large business within this community to contribute in any way I can to the betterment of the community.
Well, I have to tell you, that's a common sentiment amongst all of our sponsors, giving back to the community and collaborating with the chamber, because, it's a symbiotic relationship. We help each other in many, many different ways. Michael, you got 20 seconds, parting words. What are they?
Parting words. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it from Mr. Elan Wurtzel for doing all the dirty work that no one else wants to do, and really taking upon himself a very noble cause and helping this chamber in many, many ways, not just by doing this interview. And time is valuable, and we know that you have a job and a career, and this is something you do to help others. And those are my parting words. Thank you, sir. I appreciate what you're doing, and I appreciate the chamber, and thank you, Barbara Mars, and thank you everyone else involved. And we're here if we can help with anything.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. And we're looking forward to seeing you at SpringFest, May 22nd. Have a great day.